Hello there. The Bank of England raised interest rates today, and the bank's governor, Mark Carney, of course, blamed Brexit. Earlier today, the Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee decided to raise the bank rate from its historic low of 0.25% to, wait for it, 0.5%. Now, many Remainers will of course point to this and shout Brexit fallout, but this does not stand up to scrutiny, despite the Governor of the Bank of England trying to lay the blame at Brexit's door. You have to remember that the bank rate was reduced back in August 2016 from 0.5% to 0.25% because of, yes, you've got it, Brexit. And back in August 2016, the Bank of England also indicated that rates could go lower. Now you have to wonder whether that tickle down in rates last year was worth all the bother, don't you? So all we've done is to put rates back to where they were last year so as to get back to where we were last year. All that says to me is that the MPC got it wrong in August 2016. Now, normally when interest rates go up, the value of the currency rises. In fact, yesterday the pound rose against the euro and the dollar on just that expectation. But perversely today, both the bank rate and sterling dropped. So what happened? And before the usual shouts of Brexit are made, I'll tell you that it was because the Bank of England made it clear that the next interest rate rise is some way off. So all those investors who bought into sterling thinking that we may now be in for a steady succession of interest rate rises sold off the pound, and it fell unsurprisingly. You have to wonder whose side the Bank of England is on with its so-called forward guidance. Now, of course, there are stories circulating amongst the media about the dangers of repossessions and the like brought about by this rate rise. And it is all absolute rubbish, of course, because all that's happened is that the rates are now the same as they were last year, and the amount of the increase is negligible to an absolute figure of just above negligible. All this scaremongering is just so depressingly predictable. More seriously, though, is the vote that has taken place that has forced the government to reveal the contents of the secret Brexit negotiation impact assessments. Last night there was a unanimous vote backing what is known as a humble address to Her Majesty made by the shadow Brexit Secretary Keir Starmer that called on the government to release the 58 Brexit economic impact studies. The Leader of the House, Andrea Leadsom, has accepted that the vote is binding and that the information will be released once they've worked out how to do it, without damaging the Brexit negotiations. Keir Starmer's motion asks Her Majesty the Queen to direct that the list of 58 sectors analysed is given to MPs and that the full and unredacted documents be passed on to the Brexit Select Committee, which would then decide on its further dissemination. The list of members of the Select Committee can be found in the description box below and on screen at the end of the video. I will leave it to you to work out how long it will take for the worst possible bits to find their way into the public domain via private briefings to their fellow politicians and the press. All the good stuff will of course be kept secret from us. I also expect that Michel Barnier and his team will find themselves in full possession of all the cards, good and bad, that we hold within the hour of each release of information. In fact, he's probably already waiting by the Brussels fax machine. The EU and its other member states are, of course, doing exactly the same impact assessments, but they're doing them behind closed doors. Some of our elected so-called representatives will have a lot to answer for in years to come. So, what do you think? Please leave a comment below. Thank you. Please do like and share this video. And also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.